For this series, I try to play Spirit from Bronze 5 to Iridescent 1 using different builds and different playstyles, and I go along trying to explain my thought process and how I play Spirit. So right now I'm just chasing this Gabriel, and so far I can't really hear any of his footsteps. He is really quiet, the audio is bugged at the moment, which is never really fixed. Sounds are never really perfect, so each individual survivor and cosmetic is bugged usually. So at the moment I can't really hear where he is or where he's going, so I just have to guess, maybe short phase. Which catches him off here. Because he's not got anywhere to go, it should be an easy down. Which it is. So it's just a free down for me. The one good thing about totem builds is that when someone breaks a totem, that's kind of information on where they are on the map. Instead of having barbecue, kind of get an idea of where they are. I spotted this Gabriel down here. I thought that they were duos, so I was kind of expecting someone, especially him, to come down and save, or attempt to save him. But I looked back, pretending to leave the hook, but then I saw a crow fly up, so that gives away his location. And then he was at a risky pallet, so it was easy to mind game. So it was similar to having a hook trade, and now there's 3 people not doing a gen, possibly 4 now that we know that someone across the map broke a totem. There shouldn't be much gen pressure happening right now. It would be hard to clip every single game from Bronze 5 to Iridescent 1, so I just took the best games that I could find. The Drake didn't give me coming up, so it was just a free hit, and now I just need to follow him. But I hear the Gabriel again, and I lost the Jake, so I just follow Gabriel's sounds instead. The only other gens that they could be on is anywhere but the back side of the map or the main gen. So they have to be where I first originally hooked, or maybe near the shack. And I may as well remove that pallet since it's hard to mind game, and it's just easier to break it and get out of the way. Usually I don't break pallets of Spirit because my add-ons get me around them and able to catch whoever dropped the pallet in the first place. This Gabriel was kind of new, so he's trying to stealth and get out my way so he doesn't have to take chase, but yeah, and then I just catch him at this risky look. I don't really like this map because it's got a lot of noises, which makes it harder for Spirit if you're trying to catch someone, or if you're trying to chase someone, and then you get caught up in all these other map environmental sounds. And also I don't like it because the loops are really short and it's easy to mind game. Devour, once you get 5 stacks after hooking someone, then you can mori someone out, so it pretty much makes it so the survivors have to cleanse totems or they'll end up dying to a mori. It's also kind of a luck build, because if they break all the totems then you can only use Pentamental to bring back the totems, which again they could also break that. I personally don't defend totems, so it's easy for survivors to break them. I feel bad for using Pentamental sometimes because it's so strong. The first stack could slow down generator progress so much. Petrol of the Hunt does make cleansing totems a lot longer to do, but the more and more totems that you cleanse, the faster it is to cleanse other totems. So it's kind of a luck build. It's like high risk, high or good reward, in the sense that if you manage to get 5 devour stats, then you could just win the game pretty much. But you have to be fast with hooks, you have to defend totems, you have to just know where everyone is and be fast, or you'll lose your build, and hope that you can use Pentamental and hope that they don't cleanse Pentamental after, because you can't defend every totem and you can't defend every Pentamental stat that you've got. So you either play fast and get the devour stats, or you just lose your whole build. So far I am trying to play fast, and I have lost 2 totems already, but my Pentamental is carrying, I think it's carrying me right now. Until I lose my second Pentamental stack, then I have to play even faster. The add-ons that I'm using here is the Cap Yellow Speed, and the Rusty Flute add-on. The Rusty Flute Green add-on just makes it so I can get my power back fast. And then the Yellow Cap is for speed. These are probably the 2 best add-ons for Spirit right now, because well, you can just use your power as much as you want and you go pretty fast. Maybe my Lord Daughter Ring's a bit better, but this is like, it's like a nice middle ground. My Lord Daughter Ring is a bit over-tuned compared to this Yellow Cap add-on. Some people might also use Duration Yellow, and the Yellow Duration, which just makes it easier to get around loops and jungle gyms. I prefer speed just because the less time it takes for you to down someone, the less gens go by. So far they've done 2 gens and I've got 1 death, and a lot of other hooks, so it's not a lot to go duration over speed. Then it would be slightly slower and it might even be a different result. It might still be 4 people at 3 gens right now. So right now I'm just chasing this Michaela. It's hard to hear the footsteps. She's got Iron Will, so it's hard to hear her breathing or injured exits just because they're 100% silent. But luckily she would run in, so it was easy to catch her. But if she just stood still, then I would have to walk down, which takes longer. So even just that speed getting me around that loop and getting the hit after he even dropped the pallet, I don't think Duration would have been able to do that. Maybe it might have, but it might have been able to cross the pallet before I got around if I used Duration, and so that's why I prefer speed over the Duration add-on. And at this point of the game, it's pretty much over. They gave up. The Michaela gave up. Gabriel's just trading hooks with the Jake. That's pretty much the end of this match. And I just got around breaking pallets just for the extra blood points.
So we're in Larry's now, and I kind of like this map. Like the footsteps are really loud. Like the center could be pretty loud because of the computers and just random noises. But it's like narrow hallways. They can't really go anywhere just like straight on, or they can double back, or yeah, like she can't really go anywhere. She couldn't make a pallet. So I'm not totally against this map. I know some people hate it because of this room here. It's just too loud, and it used to be even worse way back when it released. But yeah, I couldn't hear that Steve at all coming in. I didn't know it was there. And I have played against Tap Gaming quite a few times, and they're really good. They actually done a play what you verse after this match was over. Yeah, I don't even want to chase him. I'm just hinting that totem and then leaving, coming back to the basement and just hitting it. I'm not tunneling the Nancy. I'm just getting her to go into the deep wound state, so she has to mend and waste time. And then, I mean, I'm getting a free hit on Steve anyway. I've also played against Raccoon 1v1 a lot. But yeah, that's already 2 hooks, no gems done so far, and the top 1 of my totals. It always seems to be Devour that goes away first, or I'm just very unlucky. I might end up changing Devour or another perk for Haunted Ground, since Haunted Ground uses 2 totems, and I think it's a higher chance for that to pop first. But yeah, we're back to chasing this tap. I do hear him double back, but I just with I didn't hear any sound when he bolted that window. But yeah, I don't want to chase all the way up here. I want to just go back to my gens, or someone will be coming in for this anyway. So yeah, and it's the Feng. When I play against Feng, they're usually not that good because she's very loud, she's very just predictable. They're not usually that good. There are really good Feng names, but the majority just aren't that good. But I just go back to this Nancy because they didn't really wait for me to leave. They just they heard me coming back unpicked anyway. So yeah, I just kind of went for her again to stop them from doing that again. And then I checked my other gens. It doesn't sound like there's anyone on any of them. So that must mean that everyone is down at the bottom. So I go back down. I don't think that Nancy wanted to play this match either anyway. Probably don't like Spirit. I'm not sure. Yeah, I need to give up here. Flashlight save, and then just start to play normally and watch. I guess that's pretty good. It gets her to start and we can continue the match. She didn't really want to play this match, so I wanted her to go next. I didn't want to force her to play this game if she didn't want to. But yeah, here comes the thing which is still good. Like, I get a free hit. And then she's kind of just stuck here. Not doing much. If I body block the pallet, she has to run away. But if she runs away, then I can just hear her. I do hear that this time. Just kind of ready for the flashlight save. Yeah. I don't think he could get into the corner to but yeah, she went there. And I couldn't hear her at all. Yeah, I couldn't hear her at all. I think she has Iron Will. No, she doesn't. I just couldn't hear her. I think sounds just a bit up sometimes, so it's hard to keep up. I just swung for the pallet anyway, just to get a crazy high ping hit. Even though I don't think anyone has high ping in this lobby. Just good switch. I feel like just because I have bad luck. Okay, so I'm coming with the pallet, so she can't drop it. Yeah, I heard her still bolt back. And it seems like they've got rid of my penty again. So this build is kind of like a lot. It just depends if they cleanse all my totems or if they'll leave them up. It's good if they leave them up because I get devour stacks and then I can just mori people out, or it's good if they break it because I can get penty value then. But if they stealth around and then break all my totems, then that's bad. That's pretty much this build by stealth them. Then I think Striker was a duo with tap gaming or someone. He was but he dropped, which I mean the game's over already. 4 generators, 2 and well 1 death, a few hooks, and a lot of kind of a lot of slowdown. They have to just break a lot of totems, but yeah, I think he thinks the match is over. Just the 8 ones that are left in the map. Yeah, because Feng's so loud, I could just track her very well. And at this point in the game, I'm just trying to kill hook. So I just leave this hook, let someone save, try and chase them and get them in this game, and then just repeat that. But yeah, there's no generator progress going on at the moment. I think there's some scratch marks around this area, so I knew where the Steve was at this time. Yeah, I think Steve's a lot quieter than Feng though. But yeah, it was harder to track the Steve. I got there in the end. So yeah, I'm just trading hooks. Someone comes in and says I hook someone else, I go for the unhooker. So yeah, I'm cutting them off here. I know that they're going to this pallet. Yeah, he dropped it. And I'm trying to always listen to footsteps when I'm blinded. Yeah, the things also gave up. Oh, I didn't know she was going to use that. I would have let her play it. He's out of the game, he saves, I go for... Yeah, I give Tap a chase this time. I know that he's really good at this game. I've seen his Twitch streams a lot. He is good, but I give him a chase anyway. I mean, I can't lose at this point, it's 4 generators to go. And only one person could do a generator at a time. But yeah, I don't hear him. He walks and then, like when I'm in phase, he starts to walk and then run when I come out of phase. So it's hard to hear him. And the scratch marks also stop. So yeah, it's like, I feel like the scratch marks end at a certain point, but he's actually a lot further away than what I expect. Yeah, and then I just keep in here and it somehow works. Just facing one way to make the audio sound like I'm going up one side of the set of beds, and then I switch to the other side and then catch them off. And luckily I get a hit. So now the Steve's going to come in and save, and then I'm going to try and get the Steve. I like to try and 12 hook every game because I don't really like tunneling and camping and doing all that. But it is really difficult to 12 hook a good team, or at least a decent set of players. So that's kind of why I have these slowdowns like Pentamental and Ruin. I would never tunnel or camp with this kind of build because it is really strong, but it does help me to try and 12 hook. And it's fun just doing athletic chases. Oh, so exhaustions, they always come with some kind of iframes. Not always, I think this is more auto aim that caught me there. Yeah, he didn't expect me to come out of phase that early, but I felt like he was going to double back, well, go over the pallet again. And so now I'm just trying to find the Steve. He's obviously going to come and unhook. I just let him do it whilst I wait. Maybe just take this pallet and get out of the way. I should technically be able to hear him come in, because he has to come and save. Unless he's trying to finish the generator or just leave the tap on the hook. But yeah, he actually does end up saving, but I didn't hear any consequences or that. Luckily that was just a fast chase. And then I know that the tap is here to try and get a pallet save, which I don't know why the game's over, unless he just wanted to be nice and give him the patch. So yeah, I tried to go for a flashlight save as well, but no, I kind of caught on to it. Okay, so now the Steve's gone, and it's just a hatch escape now. Okay, this is probably my favouriteest map. I just love that this is all like snowy. I like the winter aesthetic. Yeah, I like the old one more. It's a lot darker and like actually horror themed. Kind of like you could freeze to death if you really lived there. But this one it's a bit more. It's just like snowy mountains. It's still my favourite though. It's huge. I'm not sure if it's the second biggest now, or I'm not sure, but I just got a rework recently. I think it made it bigger, the rework, and luckily I kind of know the spawn areas for survivors, so because I started at the bottom of the map, they obviously spawn at the top of the map. I'm not sure if it was the left or the right side. Luckily I went to the right side and caught the Ada, but they all actually spawned on the left side, which is how that generator got quickly. So that had to be 2 survivors right there. I think the Meg saved in order to have my first Devour stack. Yeah, double back, I just completely silent. I can't really hear it. And so I managed to mind to game that pallet. It's a very strong pallet, but somehow going around to the short side just made it uncomfortable. And that's 2 hits already. And we know where they are. They're kind of, well, they're in main because we hear the generator, and they're over here, I think. No, they're not. They're down at this side instead. Which, yeah, that does make sense. We kind of hooked near here. The Meg has something. Yeah, she has balance landing, or it was sprint burst. I think it was sprint burst just because she was walking. And we know how to play Shark. It's just stand in the middle of the pallet and chase them. Yeah, I had a feeling that she would kind of do some walking mind game, and it didn't work. I just short play. Yeah, that was a fast spin that caught me off guard. Flashlight save. I didn't hear him at all. I wasn't ready for it. Oh, I had completely lost the Meg. She just went silent. I think because the Leon flashlight saved me, I'm panicking a little bit. Like, oh no, I lost my Devour stat. So I luckily got a hit on that window, and you can just hear him. Well, I didn't hear him for a lot of the time. It's just when I ran around this corner. And we're already about to go into our 3rd stack of Devour Hope. which just allows me to instantly every survival that I have. So I just get far away from that, so I make sure that I get it. But there's also of my totem, well, 3 of my totems gone now, and I think that is Devour Hope. It must be the Kate that ran around breaking them all. What she should have done is good that I don't Devour anymore. And Ada's just saves another from this part. Ada is really quiet. Her flip-flops are kinda loud, but yeah. She actually ran upstairs, which I didn't expect. Because there's nowhere to go up there. I thought she would revolt or maybe run for a pallet, but she ran upstairs and it worked for her. I used this generator and I caught this Meg off guard because she thought I was in chase with Ada, but I just quickly left that chase to get her and stop her gen from popping. So yeah, I just break this generator so it goes down slowly. I think it's 1.5% that goes down. I need to keep up with the patch notes. So yeah, Ada's back again. She is still kind of quiet when she's injured. I think the detective cosmetic that she also has is really quiet. Possibly one of the quietest cosmetics in the entire game. And there goes my Penty. They're really on top of these totems. 3 gens left, and I've got about 5 or 6 hooks. It's really good. There's someone on Death Hook. I think the Leon is also on Death Hook. Yeah, he's here. I don't think but my power was charging up, and why it got dead hard anyway, so, which, yeah, I deserved that. But for some reason he didn't drop this pallet, maybe he didn't reach it in time, but I think he did. And I thought, well, they just managed to finish the heals off, and so 2 people are not on generator. She's injured. It sounded like she went into that room, but she was camping this pallet instead. And I'm not sure where she went again. I'm not sure what this perk she's using. I'm not sure how she's doing that at all. Just like no blood, no scratch marks, no sound. And oh no, she must have balanced lantern instead of sprinklers, because she's also just dropped from there and managed to disappear. Okay, yeah, I short swung through this pallet so she can drop the pallet in time. Somehow short swings just managed to catch the pallet, or it just manages to catch them before they can drop the pallet. I've seen it used a few times in my pet. Well, that's my challenge finished. The first time I've chased this Kate, not sure why she's waiting in the corner. Yeah, unfortunately the Meg used that pallet already, so she had to do something. And me going back to the souk also stops doing stuff. I got a free hit from Ada. Oh, this just gave up. Oh, that's a smart finished. Yeah, I killed with him again. Okay, it's all good.